So recently, you have been introducing me, or reintroducing me, to the Hunger Games.
I have been. Yeah. How does that make you feel?
I was very adamantly against liking the Hunger Games
Mm-hmm.
for the longest time. I don't know. Something about it. Maybe it was just because it came out when we were kind of like young, and I was against the whole, trope of dystopian novels at the time, and I was like,
Uh,
I'm gonna be different. I don't like the Hunger Games.
mm-hmm.
Ugh, Jennifer Lawrence, gross. However,
Yeah.
I have a confession.
You're eating your words.
Look, I think it might be the influence of me being partial to the game of Fortnite.
Oh, that's why.
I can see the joy, or not, maybe the joy is not the correct answer.
Oh, dear.
I
You're
can
like,
see
Battle
the-
Royale? Sounds great right now.
Love it. Zesty. Children killing each other. My kind of game show. Let's instate this.
Oh, God. No.
I think that the government, I think President Snow's onto something here, is what I'm saying.
Awesome. Love that. Love that you think that way.
Yeah.
Love everything about that for you.
Yeah.
See, that's so funny that you're equating it to Fortnite because I literally started to like Minecraft because of the Hunger Games.
Did you ever play the Minecraft Hunger Games?
No, well, first of all, I had dial-up internet because my parents would not let go of the iron grip that dial-up internet had on them.
Yeah.
So, like, I could not play any type of online game at all.
Yeah.
So that was already a big issue. But no, I never played Minecraft as a kid.
I loved Minecraft Hunger Games. Like,
Oh, you played it?
Like a little bit, yeah, with some friends. And I really liked it, but I was really bad at it, so I didn't play it like a crazy amount, but I loved the concept of it. So I loved watching... Did you ever watch the ThoughtCast?
A little bit. I mostly watch Captain Sparkles.
Okay, I think he did a ThoughtCast, like he was in a Hunger Games with the ThoughtCast at least once.
Oh.
And so they did this thing where they all posted on their respective channels, their duos,
Yeah.
and everyone's video would be the exact same length. And so once they died, though, it just would be a blank screen, so that way you could never know who won unless you watched
Whoa.
the different perspectives of the entire game.
That's so cool.
It was so cool. So I would like watch my favorites, whether it was two of the main ones, like the kind of pioneers, Simon and Lewis. I would watch them, and then they die real quick, and I'd be like, and they don't tell you by the end who wins.
Oh,
They
wow.
just have links to the other perspectives in the description. I don't know. I thought it was very cool, and even though I didn't like the Hunger Games themselves, that was something I was really into.
That's so cool. And see, it's really a slippery slope because I like the Hunger Games, which made me like Minecraft Hunger Games,
Yes.
which made me like Fortnite.
Oh, and I think Fortnite, once I liked it, because it hits on that same kind of itch of that battle royale, fight to the death kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you can be Jack Skellington. And so I also was resistant to Fortnite for the longest time until I have embraced my inner, child.
Yeah.
Which dig it, love it, embracing it. And now, by the transitive effect, I am
Oh.
looping back to the Hunger Games.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the journey that you've been on.
Really, it's been a ride, but I'm happy to be here. So thank you for facilitating this.
Anytime. I got you.
Yeah, but welcome back to ThoughtCast, the video game podcast. I'm John.
I'm Allie.
And so speaking of movies, I think that there is a little bit of some movie news that we're going to have to discuss today.
Oh, just like some kind of adaptation. Nothing crazy, though.
I mean, it's of a franchise that is very well known for its music, and so I think we should hit ours. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this podcast.
Yeah, welcome to our guest.
Yes, welcome to our guest.
There's no guest.
None. Not a one.
You're stuck with us.
It is us. It is us and only us.
But we have good topics.
Yes. I'm very excited. We want to, give it a breather, reintroduce ourselves, talk about this Zelda movie.
Oh, yeah,
Because I have strong feelings.
Oh my gosh, your eyes are like so wide right now. I can see the whole top part of them. It's all iris over here. It's a little concerning.
So before I get into my, we'll call it a spiel.
Oh, yes.
My spiel.
Yes.
How are you feeling about the prospect of a live-action Legend of Zelda movie produced by Sony Pictures?
Love that for us. Love that path.
Yeah. It's very weird. Sorry, brief tangent.
Oh, love? Okay.
Sorry. I think it's fascinating that Nintendo's kind of like getting cozy with Microsoft on the game side of things, with like Game Pass and everything. Like there's like the Xbox stuff on the Switch, whereas on the film side, Sony is their boo thing, if you will.
Okay, Grandpa. Do you need to get to bed?
I don't know. I just want to know. I want to see where this goes. But anyways, sorry. I interrupted you the moment I asked a question.
You didn't even give me a chance.
No. I would like to hear your thoughts.
Okay. So no thoughts had empty. No. I don't even know. I'm very cautiously optimistic, but also like kicking myself. I think I can best sum it up to what I said right when it was announced was that I am going to miss the person that I was before the casting will get announced. I think the person that I will be after the casting is shown will be a very different person than I am today. And I already miss this version of myself. I pre-miss who I am today.
Yeah.
Future Allie, good luck. You're going to need it. Because I don't feel like they can cast anyone who will just fit Link the correct way. I don't think that a Link exists.
You don't think a Link exists?
No.
So what you're saying is you are not looking forward to either Tom Holland or Timothy Chalamet being cast.
The Chocolate Man.
The Chocolate Man himself being cast as Link.
Definitely not either of those two. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, I know that people don't like it, but like Tom Holland would be okay if he wasn't Mr. Uncharted, you know?
See, that's my thing, is that I think Tom Holland is a stellar actor. Stellar actor. I really enjoy him in interviews. I really enjoy him as a human, as like a fan, right?
Yeah.
I think that I would only ever see Tom Holland in that performance.
Same. I want to get one of those actors where we have no idea who this person is. I need it to be a person that I have never seen before, so that I won't look at them and be like, that's Chris Pratt, you know?
No, I would agree with that. I think that taking that kind of Star Wars route to it, where they do kind of cast nobodies, because the first Star Wars, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
No one knew who Mark Hamill was. Some people might have known Harrison Ford. I think he was on Golden Girls or something as like a throwaway character. Or some sitcom. It might not have been Golden Girls, but I think it was. And so, yeah, having an unknown would kind of be the best route for things. And then the director of the movie.
Yes.
Wes Ball. So he is the dude who directed the Maze Runner trilogy. That gives me minor hope for this project.
Yeah.
Because it's, large scale, kind of dystopian franchise. Also, mazes.
You're like, that man can make a dungeon.
He can do it. If anyone can, it is this man. He has been in the weeds. He's been in the muck. He's done it on a big budget.
This man is from the swamp.
Yeah.
He can do it.
This man is from the swamp. He's Shrek. But yeah, so the director gives me hope, but the casting is big.
It scares me. It scares me. Because I feel like voice acting is so different because you don't have to, like, look at their face and also the voice has to be good. And, like, there's too much with acting. And so you not only have to find someone who looks like Link, but can also be the voice of Link, because I imagine that they're going to have him talk. Otherwise, this is going to be
really awkward.
A really weird movie. Yeah, and I
they
feel
just
like
do
that
like
would...
a Charlie Chaplin.
Oh my gosh, a full Charlie Chaplin. Let's go. They Pokemonify it, and it's all just text. You have to read the movie. You don't even. It's just subtitles.
You just hear. You just see the subtitles, and then just the ambient noises of them like shuffling around and like kicking dirt and like swords clashing.
Oh no. And then every single time the subtitles go to the next part, you get the same sound effect you would get from hitting like the A button, for example. Or it's like ding. You know?
Or like the very occasional, like maybe the actor does a role and you hear like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna have to do that, because that's the equivalent of the like wahoo like Mario thing.
They put that as
Let's go.
They put that as the stinger for the trailer.
Is the yeah.
It just like it cuts to black, and then you just hear, yeah, hey, yeah.
And then the sound of a pot crashing.
January 2025.
Oh my god.
No, glorious. Actually, we should make it.
Yeah, I could make the trailer right now. I know, because every single joke they're gonna make.
Yeah, but okay. So, in your opinion, so we've talked about Link.
Yes.
I've heard discussion online that it is less consequential for them to cast a Zelda and a Ganondorf than a Link. It's like way easier, and I would agree with that.
Yes, because Zelda's had a voice.
Yeah.
In Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, fully voice acted, and also Ganondorf has had a voice now. Was that Matt Mercer?
It was Matt Mercer, yeah.
Yeah, what a king.
What a king.
What a king.
Don't think he could pull it off live action.
No.
Doesn't look the part.
No. And see, that's, it's like, that'd be really nice if he could come back as a voice act role, but no. They don't want to make an anime. That's too cool for them. I would have so preferred
an anime. They would just need to adapt the manga, and it would be so easy. It would be such a gimme.
Exactly.
If this does well, which, let's be honest, even if it's bad, it's gonna do well.
Well, yeah.
Which means if they could see this spinning off into a massive media franchise, almost like Sonic is doing with, Sonic has the big, heavy production value, very high budget movies, but then it has the Netflix animated show Sonic Prime, which I think that is doing relatively well. And Sonic historically has had anime and stuff like that. I feel like if Legend of Zelda does well and people actually like it, we could get a Zelda anime, which I would kill for. Not really. No murders in this household, but I would...
Bomb some Dodongos?
I would bomb some Dodongos for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you want it to be an adaptation or a new story?
I would want an entirely new story.
Same.
I do not want an adaptation, because then you would know what was missing.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, they breezed over this one temple I liked, or... wow, they really added a bunch of stuff here. Because, Zelda stories aren't that in-depth. It's...
No. And like, even the in-depth ones aren't... It just, in terms of narrative structure, it doesn't lend itself to a movie. At all. Because it's so drip-fed plot. Because the dungeons, there's no plot in a dungeon. All things considered.
Yeah.
Right? That's just a means to an end. Oh, gotta get the fused shadow, gotta get, all of the sages, medallions, whatever it is, right? You just kind of gotta do it.
Yeah.
And then plot occurs. they can't go through 8 dungeons in a movie.
No, that just doesn't make
It,
sense.
it, it would feel so forced.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if it's an entirely original plot, it would make sense to go to different locales that could serve as a temple-esque thing.
Yeah, I could see them doing 4.
Yeah.
Like in Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom kind of thing, where it's like 4 dungeons that are themed after 4 races.
Yeah.
And so then you get, your desert area, you get your water, like different beautiful locales for us to see. And then you also get that final battle with Ganondorf in like a scary castle kind of. I could see them doing the easy thing and, boiling it down. Because it's going to be what, like a 2-hour experience? You can't be going to 8 dungeons in 2 hours.
No, and like it would be so much easier to integrate it with the plot because, you're going through Death Mountain and you meet Gorons along the way as you're traveling through. It doesn't have to be a concerted, we are now in the Fire Temple to get the thing, the MacGuffin that will help us save the day,
Yeah. Something I just realized is they probably can't adapt it after any of the mainline 3D titles, because if they did, then Zelda would barely be in it.
True. And Zelda is going to be a massive pull. So I would hope and kind of expect that it would be more of like taking after something like Tears of the Kingdom's memories or like Breath of the Wild's memories and how that narrative structure, more so Tears of the Kingdom because that's a very linear story that they tell through the memories.
Mm-hmm.
But like have Link be a part of that narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that is a very epic and kind of enticing story, or even like Hyrule Warriors, like Age of Calamity.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
That actually does lend itself to a cinematic plot.
It does, especially because they would all already know each other.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a situation where it's like Link doesn't know anyone, and so he has to go meet the Gorons. He has to go meet, But if Zelda is already a figure and she's already talking to all of these different races and working with them anyway, like in Age of Calamity, then it's like, oh, there's a problem over at Death Mountain. Daruk needs help. Let's go help, like one of those. That makes way more sense. Or like Mipha, already friends with Mipha, so let's go help out Mipha.
Yeah.
Like one of those.
Or it could be a spanning narrative where it wouldn't just be, maybe they make a Legend of Zelda Triforce trilogy kind of set of movies where maybe Ganondorf is the overarching villain of everything. Because if they have them defeat Ganondorf in the very first movie, let's be honest, the Legend of Zelda franchise's rogues gallery, not massive. Like the big bads, it's Ganondorf and Vati that have recurred, right? Like you have other big bads from like, Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass, but no one that really is memorable or stands out too much.
Well, yeah, but if they didn't... Are you suggesting that Ganondorf wouldn't be in the movie?
I think he would be in it. I just think he wouldn't be defeated at the end.
Oh, so, okay. So you're saying they'd pull kind of like a cliffhanger-y, kind of like sneak peek, like they did with Yoshi at the end of the Mario movie?
Yeah.
Where it's like hinting, oh, there could be a sequel.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of the move. Don't kill off Ganondorf straight off the bat, because, like, where do you go from there if you want to expand it, right? If you have really a lot of faith in the franchise and the IP moving forward, because if it is good, people will want more, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think Ganondorf is going to be defeated at the beginning. It might be like the rise of Ganondorf, and the big bad of the first movie is more like a twin Rova or something like that.
Okay, I could see that. I don't know. I'm fascinated to see how they're gonna pull this off.
I imagine Gorons and Zora in live action. That's the thing that's messing me up.
I can imagine Gorons simply because Detective Pikachu. That sounds so weird, but like...
No, you're dead on, though.
Yeah. Zora's is gonna be... It'll make sense because, I mean, even just think of Avatar, like Blue People Avatar.
Yeah. I think... No, you're right. I think they could totally do it, but, like, that'll be... Again, like you said about the casting, I will be a different person after seeing
Yes.
Zora and Gorons in live action.
Yeah.
Because the closest we have in earnest gotten is probably Twilight Princess.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so weird. Future Allie, good luck, girl. You're gonna need it. I'm gonna be a weird person after I see that casting.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about the idea of Link talking?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I think that it's really just the natural progression of things
Yeah.
to have him talk. Even in the games, I know, like, dead on sight for saying that. I feel like eventually he's gonna talk, especially if this movie does well.
Yeah.
I could see him stop being a silent protagonist in the games because he's not canonically mute.
Exactly. He's not canonically mute. And they say that for people who haven't played Breath of the Wild, if you read through Zelda's diary, right?
Yeah.
She says that, was it that he went through something traumatic? Or no, it was once he got his knighthood or whatever
The burden of the job.
The burden of the job
made him stop talking.
Yeah, he was just so overcome with the burden that he was like, okay, I'm just gonna
focus in,
not really talk. But you do see when he is talking to people,
his mouth's moving, he's gesticulating.
He's gesticulating. But yeah, so he does talk to people.
Yeah.
And then there's me, and I mean, I have been a connoisseur of Legend of Zelda fan fiction for many years.
Yes.
How old am I? Okay, so wait, I am 20. How old am I? Wait, am I 27?
You're 26.
I don't even know.
You're
how old I
almost
am.
27. You're right there.
Whoa, that was weird. Because I'm like, wait, you're 28. I'm always 1 year younger than you.
You're right there, right around the corner.
Wow, once you hit 25, it really goes down, folks. Anyways, so okay, so I am 26, and I've been reading Legend of Zelda fan fiction since I was at least 15 years old. So it's been over a decade now.
Yeah.
And you know what Link does in the fan fictions? Typically he talks.
Typically.
Not in all of them. There are tags that you can choose. You can say, I want Link to not talk. And so you can decide that. But I make sure that I only read, which the majority of fan fictions have him talk.
Yeah.
So those are the ones I read. And they're very good. And he's a good boy. In all of the ones that I have read. So I'm okay with him talking and saying sweet nothings to Zelda.
I'm not sure that'll happen.
I think it will.
I'm not sure that'll happen. I mean, not to, like, rain on your parade. I feel comfortable with saying that won't happen.
Wait, you're telling me that Zaylink isn't going to be confirmed in the movie?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
I think, like that. That's the only reason I was going to go to the movie.
I think there might be some pining, perhaps. Maybe some, just like in Tears of the Kingdom, if you throw a pine cone in the fire, like some sparks, perhaps.
All right.
I do think that you mentioned people knowing each other. I don't think Link and Zelda will know each other in advance.
No, you mean it's not going to be like all of my favorite fan fictions where he's her knight already and he's like her bodyguard?
I don't think it's... I think that the appeal of having him be a nobody farm boy like in Twilight Princess will be too strong, and
they want him to come from the forest.
Yeah, they want him to be a little woodland elf like he has been so many times, and he will be thrust into this greater narrative, and he will see Zelda in, on like a tower off in the distance, and he'd be like, Zelda. And his heart will go pitter-patter, and then a meteor will come down and strike the castle.
Oh, dear.
And the kingdom will be set in turmoil, and that's where we will begin.
Okay. Do you think they're randomly going to make it an isekai?
Yeah. Yeah. It would just be Tom Holland walking down the street of just like Mario. Mario's an isekai.
I know, but didn't Mario... That is why I said that, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
But...
Okay.
There was a point to it.
They're all isekai.
Every single Nintendo game is an isekai if you try hard enough.
It could be like Ni no Kuni 2. I don't think you've played that game.
I haven't, but please tell me everything about it.
Well, one of the main characters, this is the first cutscene, so this isn't a spoiler. One of the characters, like one of the main dudes, he was the president's guard, and then the president's limo or something got struck by a missile, and then he wakes up, the guard wakes up in Ni no Kuni. Or maybe he was the president. I think he was the president.
Oh dear.
And then he wakes up in Ni no Kuni, and then he becomes an advisor to the king. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's fascinating stuff.
Everything's an isekai if you try hard enough.
Yeah. Sometimes it's more blatant than others.
Yeah. So Link he's going to be in an isekai.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to be Tom Holland walking down the street.
And then he'll wake up as Timothy Chalamet.
What if they do a Narnia?
He just walks through a wardrobe.
Yes. That's it. Oh, do you think Epona's gonna be in it? They have to put Epona.
Oh, yeah. 1,000%. They will milk the fan service on this.
They will Lon Ranch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just had to make a milk joke.
I almost said Moo Moo Milk, but that's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it has potential to be good. That said, the script writer is the mastermind behind the Jurassic World franchise.
Does that mean that Link is gonna go up to a bunch of Dodongos and stick his hands out like Chris Pratt and be like, steady, steady?
I sure do hope so. I sure do hope so.
I want that to happen.
But yeah, the writer, I can't remember his name. I can't be bothered to look it up either.
A.
Yeah, no, that's Avi Arad or whatever.
Oh, is that not him?
No, he's not a writer. He's a producer. He produced a bunch of superhero movies, all of the good Spider-Man and all of the bad ones.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's hit or miss. I don't know. He could be fine, but the dude who's writing, like one of the script writers, because I doubt it's just this dude, but he worked
it's all in his back. He's carrying it.
Yeah, he wrote a bunch of the Jurassic Worlds, the good one, and then the two bad ones, and then he wrote Monster Trucks, if you remember that.
No, but I'm scared.
It's like the movie where there's like an octopus in a truck kind of deal.
Okay.
And it's really terrible.
Of all of the descriptors you could use, I wasn't expecting octopus to come out, but all right.
No, yeah, it's like literally an octopus kind of thing in a truck, but I think it's a monster. I don't know. I didn't watch the movie.
Oh, because it's a monster truck?
Yeah. So, like, it's like a...
So it's very literal. He's a very literal man.
Oh, yes. Well, I think it was a pre-existing franchise, to be fair. And he is also the genius who helped pen the script for the absolute best Star Wars movie, The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, God help us.
So, yeah. Also, here is a photo for the movie Monster Trucks.
I'm seeing it. It is very squid-like.
It is very squid-like, but it's got like a weird kind of like shark face in the hood of the truck. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend checking that flick out. The back of the box says fun for the whole family, and that actively means that it is not fun for anyone.
Oh no. They really said, were they going for like Sharknado? Was it a
I think it was supposed to be like a kid's movie, I think.
Tell me it's a bit.
It's like it is very much just like a monster that hides in a truck, and it
looks serious.
It's very self-serious. Jane Levy's in it, and Rob Lowe. Wow, they actually got a decent cast. Anyways, we're digressing.
That's what this episode is.
That's true. But yeah, I think there's a shot that it could be a train wreck, but also Nintendo's so protective of their IP that if it's bad and they think it's bad, they'll just shut it down.
That's true.
You know?
Maybe it'll be okay.
I think it'll be, it'll be fine.
I am so envious of who I was before I knew that this movie was being made.
Yeah.
I knew peace then.
We will never know peace again, whether good or bad. Because if it's good, it will keep happening.
The soundtrack's gonna be so good, though. We can at least look forward to that.
Okay, you say that.
It's gonna be good.
It's. I sure do hope so, because the Mario one was hit or miss. The video game motifs in the Mario movie were really good. The random pop songs, very bad.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about the random pop songs.
If there is a moment where Link is walking through Hyrule to Charlie XCX, I will.
No, they have to know that they have to Lord of the Rings it. Like, they know that, right? Tell me they know that.
Look, we'll have to wait and see. We will have to. They could, or they could not. Lord of the Rings is really tough to replicate.
I know. I just need this movie to resemble more of Lord of the Rings and less of World of Warcraft, because that movie
was awesome.
Yeah.
But that is the risk we run. So we'll have to take a look. I didn't mind World of Warcraft.
It was all right.
It was a solid fine.
I couldn't really pay attention because I was covered in a sunburn while we watched it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I would watch Lord of the Rings again.
Lord of the Rings.
Freudian slip. World of Warcraft. Oh, no.
They're so similar.
Maybe Whoa! No.
No. No, they're not.
They both have orcs.
Yeah.
And humans.
Uh-huh.
And mage, wizard, people who use magic.
Uh-huh.
And people who are short.
Yep. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Easy. I know some people got their panties in a twist because Link is gonna talk.
Okay.
But I think it's gonna be okay, guys. I think it's time.
A last consoling word.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's time.
I think our silent protagonist does not need to be silent anymore.
This boy needs a voice.
Give him a voice. Let him talk.
Let us hear what he has to say. He's just... The reason he can't talk is because he's just the most crude, just brash person you've ever met. And he had to go silent. Otherwise, he would get stripped of his honor, and he wouldn't be able to guard Zelda anymore in Breath of the Wild.
No, it's like that TV show that they had. Do you remember that one?
Well, excuse me, princess.
Good lord.
The one meme everyone knows.
Yeah, I watched that. Did you know that?
I did too. Not until I was like an adult, and I just had a morbid curiosity, though.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the movie is most similar to those CDI games. You know, the ones where I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. I want that. That's what I want. And then the king, and he goes, ho, ho, ho. Yeah. You're like, I don't even know. And Zelda was so insufferable in those CDI games.
I guess I don't have words. It does bring up the question for me, though.
Okay.
It does bring up the question. Shifting, but not shifting. Are there any other video game franchises that you would actually want to see become a movie? Because I feel like something that I have been seeing a lot on Twitter lately, in particular, is everyone saying that superhero movies are on the outs, and they think that the insurgence of video games is going to take over the cinema sphere. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know. Do you have any? I have like a very small handful. Most I think should not be touched.
Yes.
Most I think should not be touched.
Literally, when you asked that, I had my head go back. I'm looking at the ceiling, very inquisitive, you know.
Yeah.
And then my third eye opened, my head whipped down, my eyes. I don't know if you saw, but it's like I saw God. And you know who God is? Kirby.
Kirby would have an awesome animated movie.
Yes, animated. Very, very clear animated movie We would need that.
He looks
I'm
like
not
Ditto
trying.
from Detective
No,
Pikachu.
no.
Or like Jigglypuff,
That's
like the weird veininess.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking of. It was so scary. No. Okay.
That would be so good. That would be so bad, but good.
So there's
A veiny
wait.
Kirby.
I thought of another one.
Yeah.
But okay, first Kirby.
Kerbal. Yeah.
Kerbal, yes. We are in the year of the Barbie movie and Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, and also Beyonce's tour.
Yeah.
You know? And so this is the year of girlhood, right?
Correct.
And what better way to continue the girlhood throughout another year than to bring the Kirby movie? Every girl loves Kirby. Come on.
I think that might be an overstatement, but I see the point that you're making.
No, we all love Kirby.
Is that just a fact of life?
Yes, you are born and you love Kirby. That's just the rule for everyone, actually.
So that's it. It's across, like, gender's not anything here. Like,
I realized that actually this goes beyond gender.
Yeah, cool. Kirby is life. Kirby is love.
Yes. The other movie that I think would actually be really good, but like only for people who are video game fans already, and they would never make this because it doesn't even make any sense. It would be terrible for anyone who wasn't already a huge Nintendo fan.
Okay.
Because there would be too many characters.
Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Would be an impeccable movie, but no one outside of Nintendo fans would be able to watch it because it would have too many characters.
Disagree. People are talking like that already because they have a Sonic movie, they have a Mario movie, a Zelda movie. They could Avengers that-ish.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, they can't. They can't because some are live action, some are animated.
Well, yeah, but still, like, no, I still think that they couldn't because the narratives that happen within the confines of the Smash Bros. Games are way different than what happens in their respective video games.
Okay, to be fair, there's one with a narrative, really.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to consider in Ultimate the World of Light a narrative, props to whoever believes that.
Fine, you're right.
I do not consider it a narrative. We have got Brawl. We have got the Subspace Emissary to work with in terms of Smash. And you know what? I would kill for an on-screen adaptation of the Subspace Emissary. Do you know why they don't have a story mode, like a cutscene story mode anymore?
Why?
Sakurai was really upset that the cutscenes leaked because the cutscenes were supposed to be rewards for the players for unlocking these characters throughout the story. And so because a lot of them leaked online and were posted online, he didn't think of it as a reward anymore. So he said, I'm just never doing it again. And so that's why, and he said that himself. This has been going, I keep saying Twitter. I'm chronically online, apparently. But I saw the interview, someone posted it, and people have been tweeting about it a lot recently about that's why we don't get those awesome cutscenes. So, no, yeah, but like all of them are medals in that, or not medals, like little figurines.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with Smash is that they're toys.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know. I think maybe, no, now I want it.
I want a Smash Bros. Movie.
No, I want it now. You've convinced me.
You know why?
Why?
This is such a stupid reason to want it. Because I love that in the Smash universe, Zelda and Mewtwo are just besties. And I need to see more of that.
Oh, true. And we could see our boy Shulk on the big screen.
Oh my god, Shulk. I'm really feeling it.
I'm really feeling it. That would be a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Xenoblade?
Yeah,
that would be a god awful franchise. I would say most JRPGs bad choice for a movie.
For a movie, yeah. For a TV show, S tier.
S tier, yes, yeah. For a cinematic like 2.5 hour, even 3 hour movie, bad.
Terrible.
Don't touch. Imagine trying to fit coherently the narrative of any of the Xenoblades in a 2.5 hour movie.
They could do it. It'd be so bad though.
It would feel jarring. A lot of the heart would be lost. Like you could do it, but it would just be so soulless.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you're right. Like an anime, pull a Nier Automata,
Yeah.
pull a The World Ends With You. Those animes, Nier Automata better than The World Ends With You. But I liked The World Ends With You anime.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
I thought it was very good. It was no, it was fine.
Oh no.
It was fine. I started thinking about how I literally have a video on the channel about all of the things that they messed up with Neku's character in the first episode.
Well, yeah.
So, maybe not. But it looked nice.
It did look nice.
It looked really nice.
It looks so good.
But Nier's is genuinely really good.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I would say so. Kirby. And you like Sakurai stuff. You think Sakurai stuff would be good for movies.
Yeah, what can I say? Sakurai, big fan.
I mean, Kid Icarus also.
I know. Oh, don't even get me started on Kid Icarus.
Would you want that to be a movie?
I am pained. Well, yeah, but I want it to be a game first.
Well, okay.
Can we get a game? Can I have some Kid Icarus content in the form of a game I could play?
That's okay. That's fair. I think you're asking a bit much here.
All right. Chill.
But yeah, okay. So, game, then movie?
Yeah, sure. But not live action. Jesus, don't give me more live action. I can't handle it, man. I don't even know. Well, maybe I'll change my mind after the Zelda movie. Maybe it'll just blow my mind. I'll be like, this should have been this way the whole time, But I doubt it.
No.
I just can't imagine a man in a tunic. Is that bad?
I think the tunic thing would be fine if it looked like the Tears of the Kingdom tunic.
Well, no, you're right.
Like the more armored kind of fit for battle tunic.
I was mentally going straight to Ocarina of Time with the white tights tunic, and that's just not where we are anymore.
No, I think Champion's tunic with the Hylian trousers and the boots and the cloak, Link.
Oh, that's a good point. What color tunic are they gonna put him in?
Totally blue.
I feel like blue.
I think it's totally. They are full throttle on this. This Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild Link. I think that's the Link because honestly, I think that's the most recognizable one at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Which that sounds like heresy. That sounds deplorable to say, but they're so far and beyond the best-selling, and that's the Link represented in Smash Ultimate, the best-selling Smash Bros. I think that's the one. I think that there will totally be callbacks, or maybe it would be like training gear, where he has the hat and the tunic, the green.
Yeah.
I don't think that they would stick. It just wouldn't work in live action. It would look a bit. Maybe I will eat my words. Too Santa's elf.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
It works really well in the games.
Also, the whole reason why they switched to blue was because of the open world setup and how green everything was, and Link was starting to blend in with all of the grass.
Yeah.
And it was just harder to pick him out. And so,
I didn't realize that.
No, yeah, that was a thing.
Huh.
It was really hard to see him. And so they changed it to blue because then you could more easily see him running around.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, so I think that if it's going to be like a dude running around in the grass and the trees, then they're probably going to have him be in a color that contrasts very well with all of the nature. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it'll probably be blue.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting to see. But I would say for me, the best video games to get a movie adaptation, one of which had one in the works for the longest time, Sly Cooper.
Oh, I didn't know that they had one in the works.
I'll have to show you the trailer after this. But yeah, they had an animated movie in the works. Like, it was actively in production and announced.
Dang.
I think that would work really, really well for, like, a PG kids heist movie. Mm-hmm. And so almost akin to, like, the Ratchet and Clank movies, which we have not watched.
Oops.
But apparently it's or I think there's one, but apparently it's fine.
Yeah.
So I would really like to see that. I think it would lend itself well to the big screen. I think something that would work really, really well going back to Nintendo, and they are leaving a lot on the table if they don't do this someday, Metroid.
So true.
The ambiance of a Metroid movie would be like no other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would be the Nintendo version of Alien.
Yeah, it would. Wow, that's a good point.
It would be so good. It would be kind of eerie. I think that would actually do really well in live action.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it honestly would probably be better suited for live action.
Yeah, like an animated movie, it'd probably work, but it just wouldn't have the same grunge that a live action movie would.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do anything for a live action Metroid movie.
That would actually be really good.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, look at you.
Yeah, so, but like games like something I would hate with all of my soul would be like a Fire Emblem Three Houses movie or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it sells well enough, but
I forget what he said, but Eric Barone, the guy who made Stardew Valley, he was talking about a Stardew Valley movie because he was approached about that. I forget what he said, but he was like, okay, I found it. So back in October, he was approached and asked if he would ever be interested in having a Stardew Valley movie. And he said, if Studio Ghibli approached me, I would probably say, okay, let's do it. If David Lynch approached me and wanted to make a Stardew Valley movie, I would say, go ahead, just do it. Which I think is the funniest response ever. Like, to Studio Ghibli, he's like, okay, let's do it. But to David Lynch, he's like, go ahead, just do it. It's yours.
David Lynch, what a random call out. Mr. Twin Peaks himself.
Yeah, I think he was more so just fascinated on what on earth David Lynch would do with it.
Do you know what Twin Peaks is?
I mean, kinda.
It's like a crime drama.
Yeah, no, I knew
like one of the most well-regarded crime dramas ever.
No, I knew that, but I don't know.
What would they do?
I don't know.
Like, there's been a murder in Joja Corp.
Oh no.
They've been putting the blood of their victims in the Joja Cola.
Wait, that's actually good. No.
It actually turns into a Shane movie, but it's more Breaking Bad style, or like Dexter.
Oh my goodness. Imagine.
How did he make the chickens blue?
The mystery of the ages.
It's because he hides blue crystal meth in them. The crossover of the century. Breaking Bad and Stardew Valley.
Oh no.
I think that's a thing where people would hide drugs in chickens.
It is, yeah.
Yo! That would be perfect.
Yeah.
Wow. Eric Barone. That's visionary stuff, getting David Lynch.
He knew. He's like 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
We're just not on the same level.
I'm not sure David Lynch would be interested in the project.
I don't know. Now that this article's out on IGN, maybe he'll change his mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
David Lynch will be like, movie about farming. Okay.
Oh, small, rural, blue chickens. I see where we're going with this. Capitalism taking over this monster-infested hellscape.
Yeah.
Where trains don't stop even if a person's in front of them.
Yeah.
And there's no protections.
No, I think he could do a lot with the wizard storyline, too.
I think, ooh.
Honestly? Just saying.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Thunk.
Consider it thunk.
Consider it thunk. Maybe not. No, yeah. So, I don't know if there's any other games that I would want to be a movie.
No, mostly just Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby's good.
I love how I just threw away every single idea you had. I'm like, actually, just Kirby. So
I mean, it worked really well for the anime, the Kirby Right Back at Ya. Did you ever watch that?
You're right. Oh my god, I loved Kirby Right Back at Ya. Oh, I'm dying. I just thought of so many things. So many memories just came back. I'm just grabbing John's arm.
You good?
I want to watch it again.
We can watch Kirby Right Back at You.
Can we?
I don't actually know that. I don't know if it's on any streaming platforms that we possess.
It.
But perhaps, yes.
I want to watch a little Kerbal.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, so with that,
yes.
what have you been playing?
Oh, you're like, let's wrap this up. You're going insane.
Let's put a pin in this.
Put a pin in that. What are you playing?
What you playing, what you watching, how you feeling?
Oh, thanks for asking,
Oh,
champ.
of course. I know the answers to all these questions. I'm just doing it for the dear listeners.
Aw, just thinking of you.
Yeah.
Well, we just beat Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay.
Which I've been talking about for a long time that I wanted to play. And guess what, everyone? We did it, and we also played Intergrade. So...
Oh, we did.
Yeah. And we've been playing around with the idea of maybe putting, my thoughts of every single chapter from Final Fantasy VII and also Intergrade.
Yes.
Together in
on
a
the
very
Patreon.
Long podcast on the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So, you might want to, join our Patreon so that if you want to hear my thoughts on all Final Fantasy VII Remake, then, it'll be there.
It'll be there. But for right now, just a taste. Just a taste. Who are your top 3 favorite characters?
Easy. Okay. Barrett's number 1.
Okay.
Which I don't think you expected from me.
No. Not in the slightest.
Yeah. So Barrett's number 1. And then, gosh, before Intergrade, I would have said Cloud was number 2. But guys, it's kind of crazy. Yuffie's 2.
Okay.
Which I was not anticipating.
Okay.
At all. And then Cloud got bumped down to 3. Before, my number 3 would have been Tifa. But she got bumped down to 4.
By Yuffie.
By Yuffie. Because Yuffie took 2. I love Yuffie.
Yuffie is delightful in Intergrade.
I did not expect that.
I am beyond excited for you to play Rebirth.
Do you think my list is going to get switched up? Do a little switcheroo? What are you thinking?
It might. I think that there may be some shifts in the list.
Okay.
Whether or not your top 3 will change, I'm not sure. I think that there's good possibility that it could shift around, but perhaps not.
Okay. All right. I can accept that. But I really liked Final Fantasy VII Remake a lot. And I don't know, I've always joked that I wasn't going to be a Final Fantasy girly, and now here we are, and I'm obsessed with 7.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it's the most opportune time because Rebirth is so close, but I just feel it in my bones with how much we talk about Final Fantasy VII that after Rebirth, we are going to play through the original together because I don't think you'll be able to wait for the conclusion for another 2-3 years.
No. Well, first we're going to do Crisis Core. Because
Well,
we
yes,
haven't done that yet.
Because I think you need to play Rebirth before Crisis Core. Mm-hmm. If it's anything like the game, I think that there's some cool things that you will be interested in that I think would be better to experience in Rebirth than could be. It could be big things, it could be small things, it could be little world building bits. Mm-hmm. I think Rebirth would be the better place to learn some things than the prequel that's meant to answer a lot of questions.
True. Aye, Captain. It's your ship.
Yeah. We own Crisis Core Reunion.
Yeah.
So it's ready. It's in the
ready.
wings.
It's in the wing because, Sephiroth.
Oh, God. I had no idea where you were going. I had no idea what you were saying with that.
He's the one-winged angel.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe there's a second wing in that game.
Wait, I didn't even consider this.
No, I'm just...
Where'd the other one go? Why did I never question it?
No, I'm just joking with you.
No, I'm being serious. Why did I never question why he only has one?
Because he's a JRPG character created by Tetsuya Nomura, and one wing is cool.
You're right. Oh, the amount of belts that man puts on people.
Maybe the belts cut off too much circulation, and the other one just fell off.
That's very possible. I'm not joking. I hadn't seen a high quality image of Lulu from Final Fantasy X. I I just hadn't seen. I don't know why. We played through that whole game and I never looked at the bottom part of her dress. I don't know why, but I didn't know it was all belts. It's all belts.
It do be all belts.
Why is it all belts? Well, I don't have to ask why. It's one word. It's Nomura.
I genuinely believe it was a spite thing.
Yeah, because they weren't they making fun of him that he puts too many belts on
Yeah.
characters. And he
Yeah.
went, here's a bunch of belts.
Yeah, I'm just very excited.
I'm very excited. But so we played that.
Yes,
So played. Is
played, checked off.
checked off. So not what I'm currently playing. What I'm currently playing is the most intense game that has ever been created. It's really hard,
Yes.
and I've been training my whole life for this.
Okay.
Pokemon Sleep.
I mean, arguably it is a very difficult game because I'm very bad at getting the proper amount of sleep that the game recommends, and so I never get good sleep scores. And so, in terms of physical dexterity,
Oh,
dexterity.
we love these words you're creating.
In terms of physical dexterity, I don't think it is, the toughest game. However, in terms of actually doing well and sleeping, oh boy howdy, you gotta be a professional for this.
I do be a professional sleeper. But no, I really like it. I like making all the different foods. I like getting all the different ingredients and leveling up my Pokemon. And I don't know, I'm just having a lot of fun with it. And I like the community too. I've been tweeting at them a lot. So, and adding them. I like making little friends. And then we send each other candies. It's very fun.
Yeah, I very much enjoy your Pokemon Sleep because a lot of times I have to leave for work earlier than you, so I don't get to hear what Pokemon you catch. Mm-hmm. And so I like seeing it on Twitter when I'm like on my lunch break or something like that.
Yeah.
So
That's cute.
if you like Pokemon Sleep and you play, you should follow Allie on Twitter if you don't already. I'm plugging for you.
Oh, that's so cute.
But are you playing anything else? Watching anything else?
Well, we're behind on Spy Family.
And we need to pick back up on Dr. Stone.
Right, we do.
Yeah.
Wow. But that's it for me. What are you playing? Because you're actually playing something.
Well, I'm playing Pokemon Sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I also am. I just got a Gengar and a Golem.
Oh, proud of you.
Oh, thank you. But aside from that, I am really all aboard the hype train for Persona 5 Tactica. And so I'm really into an Atlas game mood right now. And so a game that I've been putting off playing for a while, just because other games have been coming out, is Soul Hackers 2. And quite frankly, I think it is hitting the spot.
Ooh.
Just because, so the level design, sorry, I'm diving into this, no spoilers or anything. Level design, bit uninspired in some places.
Yeah.
There's a big area where it's just blocks, and that's it. And that's fine. It's fine, because the gameplay is really satisfying, and I really like the core gameplay loop. And so I'm digging the game. Mm-hmm. And something that I think bothers me, not bothers, that's the wrong word, but something that I don't resonate with for the Persona games is I'm just tired of playing as high schoolers.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Didn't you say that they're older in this?
They're all adults.
Nice.
Or artificial intelligence that is modeled to be an adult. Mm-hmm. But they're grown. Like, they can go to the bar. Like, they can do adult things and have it be legal.
Love that.
Love that. And so, I don't know. I think that that's something that I'm realizing more and more that I just resonate with in these games is, like, give me characters who are closer to my age, you know?
Yeah.
I have gone through high school. I can understand these characters. I really like the characters in Persona because they feel very human and very relatable in a lot of ways. But at the same time, it's relatable to a time that I am well past at this point. I graduated from high school almost 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it's like, this is cool. Persona 3, 4, 5, some of my favorite games of all time. But give me an adult. Like when Persona 5 Strikers gave me Zenkichi, oh boy howdy was I excited.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. So that's kind of scratching an itch for me right now with Soul Hackers 2 is the Persona itch while I wait for Persona 5 Tactica, which is also going to scratch the Fire Emblem itch. And so that's where I'm at. I will give more thoughts in the future about Soul Hackers 2 and how much I have problems with it, like I said, but overall I think I'm going to really enjoy the game as a full product. But so that, and then I finished Attack on Titan. There's not really a whole lot for me to say about that other than the fact that I think that the ending is spectacular. I think it was really well done. I think that everyone who said that the ending, I know that it's paced a little bit differently in the manga and has some stuff cut out that they added in the anime to make it a little bit better. I cannot imagine that it's that much different, that it, how do I say this? I think people were upset to be upset at the end of Attack on Titan when the manga ended a while back. I think that the ending is very good and very satisfying and wraps up the story very nicely. And maybe I'm just glad it's over, because I was sick of it.
Yeah.
I was sick of the 6 months delay between parts and the several year-long final season.
That checks out. And the Kingdom Hearts naming convention of it all.
Yeah, the final season, part 3, part 1, the special. It's just, I'm over it. And so that's really all I've got going on. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
The only thing is that at some point during this podcast, our cat was meowing, little Toffee. And so now I'm holding her. And I'm not going to tell you when that was. But at some point, I started holding a cat. And I just needed you to know that.
She's very snuggly.
She is very snuggly.
But while we are holding this cat, as she is very pleased to be allowed into the recording room, which she is typically not, out of fear that our other cat will want to come in, who is much more destructive.
Yes.
I think it is time for us to bid you all adieu for this week. So, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of ThoughtCast, a video game podcast. If you want to hear more of ThoughtCast, consider supporting us on Patreon, where in addition to having access to podcasts early, you also get access to videos early, and maybe even some exclusive content about a certain game called Final Fantasy VII Remake that'll be coming down the pipeline here pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. And if you want to continue the discussion or want to talk about any of the things we talked about this week, make sure to join our Discord server. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, a fantastic rest of your week, and why not even a fantastic rest of your month. And we will see you next week. Later.
See ya.